Alright guys, welcome back. Joe again here from Third World Aquatics. Another video, but this time we're not going to be talking about aquatics. This obviously is going to be the road and the journey to the piston powered Summer Racing-Autorama show in Cleveland, which is going to be at the IX Center on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But it's cold. It's February 18th, and right now this is going to be the very first step. We got to get the car out of the garage. The car's been hiding out for about 8 months while we've been building our garage, which now is nearing completion. And we need to take it from here over to the new garage and start prepping and cleaning the car for the show. Alright guys, quick update. The truck and trailer are loaded up, and special thanks to Paul. He let us borrow the trailer. That's a fully enclosed 22-footer. And his business is Arcadia Glass House. They're located in Madison, Ohio. They build solariums and greenhouses for business or for residential. Great business. Be sure to check those guys out on the web. But he let us borrow the 22-footer, and with that we're going to be heading out to grab the Demon, bring it home. The weather has changed incredibly in the last 48 hours. A lot of the snow has melted away, just a little bit of ice back here, but we can get through that. So with that being said, Cody will be here in a second, and we're off to go grab the car and bring it home and stick it in the bay, because the bay finally is ready to accept that car.
Jetson?
Yes! Smoking the tires is cool, but man, there is definitely some payback if you're gonna do that. So I'm presently cleaning the rear wheel wells, and it's taken a lot of time. I'm probably already 90 minutes into this passenger side, so yeah, I'm not for sure if I want to do that again. All right, guys, just a quick update on the Demon and prepping for the 2022 piston-powered Summer Racing-Autorama show. So, like I said, I'm on day 3, and so far what I've done is removed this tire and got up inside there and completely redid the wheel well. So that is all done. And then on day 2, I went ahead and did this one. And I tell you what, man, whew, I don't think I'll ever smoke my tires again. I left so much debris up underneath this thing. It was horrible, but
it's going to be loud, King.
absolutely clean and perfect and ready to go. So the tire's back on. Now today I went ahead and started working on the front of the car. So I went ahead and removed the front tire, got up underneath there, obviously removed the tire and the rim, cleaned that real well, and knocked out all of this. Believe it or not, there's actually a little bit of rust there. I don't know why they do that, but they don't paint everything. And just by sitting, you start to get a little bit of surface rust. I noticed that in a couple different areas of the car. So up underneath this side of the engine has all been cleaned. So this wheel well is looking really good. But one thing I wanted to point out real quick, as crazy as this sounds, so I went ahead and jacked this thing up. I've got some wood there just for some extra insurance. I got a little bit back here for a little bit more insurance. But for the most part, the jack is positioned right where they tell you to put it, which is right there where there's an oval in the frame, and that's where I'm locked in. But I guess what I'm getting at is with the Demon jack and the skinnies on the front, you cannot get the jack in the position where it needs to go. So this is kind of a unique thing here. I mean, I don't know who engineered this, but this floor jack, as small as it is, does not make it to where you need to get on a lifting point. And I've got a rag on it just to protect not only the frame, but the cushion that's right there in the top of the jack where the two come together. But this point right here is actually required with this other jack just to lift it up just a little bit so that you can get this floor jack in position. So there's no way of jacking this car up with the skinnies on, or in this case, if you had the large tires like you have in the back, obviously all the Demons have those on all 4 points of the car. Now with that tire that's on the back, on the front, which would be obviously the normal front tires, you would be able to do that and get that jack on. But once the skinnies are on, like right now, I can't even lower this down all the way because the car will, the jack will actually hit up underneath here on this plastic shrouding down in this area. So I actually have to get kind of fancy with the second jack and capture that point right there, this lip right here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this right here in a second. That's pretty much as far as I can go, because if I lower this down all the way, you can see that these two are going to hit. So I need to get this other jack in position and put a little bit of pressure on it. All right, so to protect the paint a little bit, I went ahead and put a rag on the top of this jack so we don't hurt the lip up underneath the car. So by putting a little bit of pressure on it, I know you can't see it because the rag's in the way. That'll make it so that when I lower this jack, just going down right now, I can pull this one out. And now lower this one to drop the car down completely. Now this one's completely down. And to show you what I'm really talking about, now that the car is completely down, if I go to slide this back in, like as if I was going to lift it for the first time, right there, this is going to touch. And this is still probably 2 to 3 more inches to go. And this is already touching. So I crank this up. You can see I'm off by just a little bit. The jack has got to go under the car another 2-3 inches. But it's already hitting right there. So that's kind of a bad design. Maybe this jack should have been another 12-14 inches longer to get to where it's got to go. All right, the car's fully down and we're looking good. So with that being said, we'll move everything over to the driver's front tire and we'll start working on that. But we're looking pretty good here on the passenger side.